All right, I'm going to be showing you how to use the spline tool. The spline tool is this one here. You hover over it, it says spline. It's really good for tracing because not only will it do straight lines, but it kind of gives you nice rounded curves. What I've done here is I've gone all the way around this Reds logo, and when you finish it, you have to click on the last dot that you made from the, well, not the last dot, the first dot you made when you first started it. You have to click on it to finalize that. So I'm going to go ahead and click. Okay. And I don't need to keep doing that, so I'm going to do that. Now, the spline tool, it's going to treat the entire thing as an entire one piece. If I wanted to like fix something, like maybe this one, I'm like, hey, that's a little bit off. Okay, you can drag in the dots, which is kind of nice and helpful. So you don't have to make it perfect the first time. You can kind of pull things in and put them where you want. Now this one here, it looks like it's locked on this construction line. That's why it's being kind of weird with me there. So that there, I might have to go in and fix a different way. But you should be able to move things around. Now, when it comes to using this, you need to be thinking about what do you want to extrude, because I can't extrude the red section here and the white section and the red section and white red's lettering to the same level. If I extrude everything up the same amount, you're not going to see anything. It's just going to be a flat piece. So you got to be thinking, okay, what do I want to be higher up than other pieces? So this red section here, I want this to be lower, this red area that borders it. And you notice it doesn't just border it, it goes all inside here. So I'm going to actually have to use the spline tool to trace the border of the white section. So I'm going to do that real quick. And you can see the spline tool, you know, I'm kind of clicking every once in a while. I don't have to be super perfect because, like I said, you can go back and kind of change things. And it actually will kind of smooth out as you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and do, you know what, I think I'm going to include the black as part of it. Now, when you do sharp turns like this, you'll see I didn't get a sharp turn there. Okay, what I advise you to do, let me go ahead and do this next corner here, is you make lots of points close to the edge. Okay, and then it won't bend on you so much. Okay, so if I zoom back out here, you can see I got a pretty nice sharp corner there where this one wasn't. So the more dots you place right before and after the corner, the more control you're going to get over it. Okay, let me go ahead. For the sake of time, I'm not going to make this as accurate as I should. And I'm just going to kind of keep going around here because I want to get this done. Otherwise, you're just watching me doing this forever. But you can see even with these long points, it kind of smooths out. I'm going to do those little points I told you about so I can get a sharper edge there. I have to do the same here. Okay. And for the sake of time, I'm only going to finish this up with just a few more dots. Now, you have to go all the way around to the beginning. If I didn't do that, and I like quit right now, it's going to erase this entire thing because it treats it as one piece. So what I try to do is go all the way around to the beginning again. Okay. The only other option you have is you can double click. So let's say for some reason I was like, okay, I want to stop here. You double click, okay, and then you'd have to get your spline tool again and reconnect the last two. Okay. And I'm going to have to double click that too. Okay. Now, looking at this, you can see it's all one big piece except for the last bit here. The last bit here isn't. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and end that. Now I can extrude the inner surface, this red area, because I've got two fully enclosed shapes. Okay, and you can see all that. And I'm going to extrude that. I'm going to do 5 millimeters is the total thickness you're allowed. I'm going to do 4 millimeters. I want this lower than everything else. So you can see what it's done there. It's extruded that up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extrude the white region. Let's go back to my sketch. I'm going to extrude the white region 5 millimeters up so that we can see it. So let's do 5, and this will be a little bit raised more than the other. Okay, so you can see here. And if I turn off the photo, I'm going to hide the photo and put a thing in there. You can see this is what it looks like. Okay, we don't see the reds because I haven't outlined that yet. I'm going to have to go do that. Let me turn the photo back on. Go back to sketch 1, and I'm going to have to trace the R, okay, around the whole white region. And I have to make sure it's fully enclosed. If there's any gaps or anything like that, it's not going to work. So I'm going to have to start here, go all the way around. This will take a lot more time than the big C I just did. Just this little R here is going to take quite a bit of time. Another option is you can use the text tool and type reds, but you're not going to get this exact font, so I probably wouldn't do that. But anyway, that gives you an idea of kind of how to use the spline tool and how to do tracing and extrudes and things like that. Hope that helped.